Okay, let's dive right in. We are in the middle of a massive shift in advertising, and it's all thanks to generative AI. It's making it easier, cheaper, faster than ever to create ads, but it's also completely changing the rules of how you connect with your customers.
So, I want to kick things off with a pretty direct question. Is AI actually making your ads invisible? And I don't just mean they're not getting delivered. I mean, are they becoming so generic, so polished, so similar that people's eyes just glaze over? This is the central challenge we're going to break down.
For decades, the advertising battle was fought over production quality, right? Who had the slickest camera work, the best graphics, the biggest budget? Well, that era is over. Now, the new battle is all about something called signal quality. It's not about how good your ad looks, it's about how much your audience trusts it. So, what's driving this huge shift away from production and towards signal? Well, it's something we can call the AI creative flood. Suddenly, the barrier to entry for creating a professional-looking ad has just vanished, and that is flooding the entire market with content. Now, this slide really spells out the new reality, especially for small and medium-sized businesses. Yeah, generative AI makes ad creative super cheap and you can make a ton of it. But here's the catch. Our digital feeds are just filling up with stuff that all looks kind of the same. The single biggest risk for any brand today is just blending into this generic AI noise. So the bottleneck, the real challenge, isn't making ads anymore. It's making ads that people actually believe. So, if everyone can create infinite, polished-looking ads, what's your new competitive edge? It's simple, but it is not easy. It's trust.
Okay, so let's actually define this core concept, signal quality. Think of it as the complete opposite of that generic AI noise. It's the combination of having a really clear offer, showing real-world evidence like customer testimonials, maintaining a consistent brand voice that people recognize, and just being specific. All of that stuff together is what builds credibility and makes a brand feel trustworthy.
And this quote just nails it. In a world where creative is cheap, trust is expensive. Now, that might sound a little intimidating, but it's actually a huge opportunity for smaller businesses. Why? Well, think about it. You can build genuine trust way faster than some massive faceless corporation. You're closer to your customers, and you can show that authenticity. All right, so we've established the new goal is building trust and signal quality. Got it. Now let's get practical. How does this apply to what's happening in the advertising industry right now? Where are the actual playing fields you can win on today? First up, let's look at Google. So in a major announcement, they said they have no current plans to run ads inside their AI Gemini. Now, for anyone in advertising, this is a huge signal. So why does this matter so much? It means you shouldn't be sitting around holding your breath for some magic Gemini ads platform to suddenly appear. The real play, right now, is to get recommended by the AI. You want to be the answer Gemini gives when a user asks a question. And you do that with strong content, structured data, and all those credibility signals we just talked about. Next, let's jump over to Meta. They're taking ads on their platform Threads global for everybody. This opens up a brand new space for advertisers to play in. And the big opportunity here is just how easy it is to get started. If you're already using Meta's ad platform, you can test this new channel with very little extra work. It's a perfect spot for top-of-funnel brand awareness and for retargeting customers who already know you using campaigns you literally already have built. And our third big industry shift comes from TikTok. They're making a huge move to improve measurement, basically breaking down the walls that made it hard to see what happened after someone saw your ad. This is an absolute game changer. New off-site tracking can finally connect a video view on TikTok to an actual purchase on your website. This allows for accountable, data-driven spending. You're moving away from just, vibes-based budgeting and turning it into a serious, scalable channel for driving real business results. So with all these changes happening, how do you actually do this? How do you put the trust-based strategy into practice? Let's build a concrete, actionable framework to get your business AI recommended. We can call this the AI recommended framework, or what a lot of people in the industry are starting to call answer engine optimization. It has three core parts. First, the technical foundations. Get your house in order. Make sure your website is fast, easy to crawl, and simple for an AI to understand. Second, your content. Start designing it to provide answers with really specific, verifiable claims. And third, your trust signals. This means beefing up your reviews, highlighting your credibility, and just being consistent everywhere.
This is basically the new SEO. It's how you optimize for the future of search. Okay, so we have our checklist, we have our tactics, but before we wrap up, let's just zoom out one last time. Because all of these tactics are pretty meaningless unless they're anchored in your ultimate strategic purpose. Take a look at this number, $3 billion. That's the advertising revenue Netflix is expected to hit, and it's doubling year over year. It's a staggering figure that just shows you the scale of the world we're operating in. But the big picture here isn't just about Netflix. It's a clear signal that ad-supported streaming or connected TV is now a serious channel for everyone. The tools and the ability to measure results are only going to get better, which opens up huge opportunities for businesses of all sizes. And that brings us to our final thought, a quote from George Westerman at MIT Sloan. With the hype on generative AI and agents, it's essential to focus on the right question. What problem are you trying to solve? At the end of the day, AI is the tool, not the goal. The ultimate source of trust, the ultimate competitive advantage, will always, always come from clearly and effectively solving a real problem for your customers. And that's a strategy no algorithm can replicate.